Are you planning a move to Edmonton but feeling overwhelmed with all the neighborhoods to choose from? Well, finding the perfect place for your family isn't just about houses. It's about schools, amenities, and making sure the right home fits to your lifestyle. So stick around because I'm breaking down everything you need to know to choose the right neighborhood for your family in Edmonton. And trust me, the right decision can make all the difference. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Frig. I'm the team lead of Masterful Moves Realty Group, eXp Realty, and welcome to What the Frig Friday. This week, our question was in regards to how do I know what community is right when I make the move to Edmonton? With that, there's definitely three main topics that we're going to discuss today: the proximity to schools and family friendly amenities, commute and transportation, and then the long term considerations as well. So, first and foremost, if you are moving here with your family, proximity to schools and family friendly amenities might be of importance for you. So, different schools will offer different amenities, after school programs, options, special programs, French immersion, or anything like that. Definitely dig into the school that you would like to, and we can set that search around whatever school that you would like to move to if having that is of importance to you. Same thing if you're coming here for college or university, or you're getting something for your child who's going to be coming here for college or university, making sure that they understand the bus routes. I've had one client who was buying a condo for their children who were going to university. They wanted to make sure that wherever they were purchasing was on a direct express route to the U of A. So that was how we kind of mapped out what properties, how long it was going to be to that bus route. If you are looking to get into schools like a K-12 school, just realize as well that, with those schools, lots of different things are going to be having different options or different ratings within your school. The way that the schools now go with standardized testing, a lot of the, individual like Edmonton public schools is going to have a rating system for that school system as well. There might be something on the Alberta education, so that might be something to check out, as well as all education is provincially standardized and provincially set in regards to curriculum. So there might be something on the Alberta website, and also knowing the difference between your public education system, your private education system, and your Catholic education system, because each of those is going to have potentially different rules to follow and different boards. So being aware of that as well in regards to researching which school. Now, we are in a very busy market currently. So being aware of that and doing your research beforehand is going to be integral, because properties are still moving quickly and we're seeing multiple offers. So being aware of what communities you want to move into, and then we can search around that, but doing that research first, if that is important, is going to be important to making sure that we can get you into the right home. And just because that research should be done first, just like with your mortgage pre-approval, we need to know if it is important. We need to make sure that we're looking for houses that fit the lifestyle that you want to live, so that we can move quickly when that happens. So researching what your top rated schools are, programs, or bus routes, is, if that is of importance to you, is integral beforehand. And also playgrounds, sports facilities, and community centers, if that is important to you, we should double check those as well, because they really can enhance family life. I know I was just having a discussion with a client, and they wanted to make sure that they were close to green shacks and a skating rink, because they really wanted to make sure that they had some affordability for outside fitness for their children in winter season, and then the green shack as well in the summer season. So being mindful of that, if those things are of importance, that we double check that beforehand, and we look for the communities around the amenities that you're searching. We look for the homes around the amenities that you're searching, because it is about the lifestyle that you want to live. I had one client who lived in a municipality outside of Edmonton, but he was tired of bringing his kayak because he kayaked up the North Saskatchewan and did all that stuff on the river. So he wanted to be closer to that so that, the route to the river wasn't as much because he had to drive. So he's part of all these communities and these clubs. So that was importance for him. So we made sure that the lifestyle fit the house that he was looking for in regards to the recreational space. So being mindful of all of that prior to, especially in this busy market, is key. So research, there's lots of different places that you can research in regards to recreational spaces, what amenities they have, and then we can make sure that we are searching around the lifestyle first. What is a lifestyle that you want to live, wants and needs, and then we can search for the properties that fit that, as well as commute and transportation. So making sure that you understand your work commute. So one of the things that I always tell clients to do is, if we are viewing a property and it's not too sure, it's within the vicinity, I only want a 15-minute drive or whatever that is, 20-minute drive to work every day. So we find the property, instead of going home after the showing, drive to work. I tell my clients that all the time. Don't go home. Let's go to work before you're going to place the offer, so that you can really get a feel for what that's going to look like and what that commute's going to be every day. So if there is a home that within the distance or the radius of the property, or of your work, I'm sorry, if there's a home that's within that radius of work that you want to look at and that you really do, instead of driving home, drive the commute to work, even if your work's not closed, but you'll get a feel for that road. You'll understand what that potentially could be like every day for you with that commute. But also realizing that we have some major access routes now, like the Anthony Henday, and then a lot of the LRT. So as property prices, or as distance is now, instead of kilometers, it's in time, being close to those hubs is super important, and those commuter roads. So I've had, people moving to a smaller suburb and they're like, hey, I wanted to get out of Edmonton. I wanted to move to a suburb, but I want to make sure that I'm closer to the entry, like the main highways to and from, or roads to and from those municipalities, so that it's a quick jaunt for their commute, so that they can get into Edmonton or to their work quickly. So being aware that those public transportation hubs and the Anthony Henday ring roads is important for that commute, because distance now is not in, or travel time is in time, not in distance. So making sure that you're aware of that. And also about walkability and bike friendliness, if that is something that's important for you as well, making sure that, we are looking for those types of things. I've had a few clients as well. They were retired, so they wanted to make sure that there was lots of walking paths, because that's what gets them out and getting, active and being that community of people. As well as, I know some communities where they have bike paths all throughout the communities. I know some communities actually went to city council and was like, my bike path's not in. So some municipalities actually build the bike paths before they build the roads or the houses, because that connectivity piece is really important to make sure that all the communities can reach out and connect with everybody else. So if that is of importance, making sure that you take that commute to work prior to putting an offer in, because you're going to be taking that route to potentially twice a day for 5 days a week. So that's super important. It could be super important. So making sure that you're aware of that before you place an offer, I think, is something that I definitely tell my clients. And then if you were closer to an LRT or an artery, an access road, like an artery to the Anthony Henday, property prices have a tendency to increase at a faster rate than other places in that community, because again, the desirability is to be, faster to get to work, or faster to get out of the community, or faster to get wherever you need to be going. So there's been research done about, it's kind of like the ripple of the water. You drop something into water and it kind of ripples out. It's the same thing in regards to the increase in property values around those transportation hubs. So if you drop it and the transportation hub's right in the middle, the first ring is going to see the largest increase in value, and then outward, because again, that density piece and those people want to be closer to that artery and to that transportation hub. So be mindful of that as well in regards to your property values and the desirability of those certain areas around those transportation hubs. And lastly would be long-term consideration. So future growth is another big one. So are you in a developing area? If you are in a developing area, you might be slightly, it might be more advantageous in regards to purchase price, because it might be new builds, lots of construction around you. So it might be interesting and to start early so that you can see that appreciation over time. But be aware, if you are in phase 1 or phase 2 of a community, if they say the school's going to be right next door or right behind you, the school might not end up there. So unless they are actually digging dirt, usually they can change the zoning or what's going to be behind you, because it will adapt as the community grows. So definitely be mindful of that if you're looking at area structure plans. Whenever I see a house and we're, in a new house and I look across and there's an empty field and we're in a new development, we need to find out what is in that area structure plan. We need to do a little bit of digging in regards to what that is and how many phases that is away from being built. Because I know my sister, they bought their house. It was supposed to be backing the school. Well, it's not backing the school no more, but they were bought in early in the phases, and now over phase 10, the school is now in a different area. So mind you, they're still living in front of a field because the phase was supposed to be coming around for a little bit, but just be mindful of that. If you're looking to purchase a home and you're in a new area, that even though it is stated that you're going to be across or something from your commercial center or whatever, be mindful that that might change depending on how far away that development is. Unless they are, digging up the dirt, I just advise my clients to be mindful that it could change. Nothing is set in stone usually until they've started digging the dirt. So be mindful of that. Lifestyle fit. So I know I've talked about lifestyle in regards to accessibilities, but also in regards to hobbies and routines. So I know I chatted with one client and he was retiring and he wanted to be close to his hobby shop because that's what he liked to do with his time. So he went from being close to the commute to close to the hobby shop. So being mindful of that, as well as we have a community in Edmonton where you have lake access and swimming and stuff like that in regards to the beach. So if that's important, make sure that you're aware of what that is and the lifestyle pieces that some of these different amenities, hobbies, and routines can play a part with how you see your life. One of the things that I love about real estate is it's all lifestyle. The house that you live in, the community that you live in, the commercial shops that are being built, the stores that are filling those shops, like those strip malls and such. It's all about how we choose to live our life. And how do you envision yourself in regards to the schools that you see your children in, the outdoor activities, the hobbies, your commute to and from work? All of these things are super important in regards to the houses that we look at and the communities that we are looking at. So making sure that you're doing some research in regards to what you would like to see your lifestyle when you come and make the move to Edmonton or to any municipality. I've had some, like I've stated before, some clients who are moving out of the city and into the suburbs. It's the same thing, making sure that you understand what the school system is going to be like, the busing systems are going to be like, daycares, what's the daycare availability, because that's another one as well. Who picks and drops up? Is that going to be easy to go from your school system? Or my daughter's in dance, or my daughter ringette, those types of things. How close are you to the field? if you homeschool your kids. So many different things that I've had clients move or purchase in different communities because they wanted to be closer to the tribe and their community and the lifestyle that they wanted to live. Just being mindful of that when you make the move to a new community. And another tip that I tell my clients too is, if you are moving into a new community and you're from out of province or you're not familiar with it, go to the grocery store during rush hour, right after work, because people mostly go to the grocery shop in the community that they live in. So you can really get a feel of the people that you're going to be living with in that community as well, and making sure that, they match the lifestyle that you want to live is, I think, super important in regards to choosing a community. If you are a younger family, you might not want to go and move into a community next to the college children, as an example. So just being mindful of that, I think, could be something that we can look for in regards to purchasing a new home. But again, we need to be mindful of doing all of that research beforehand. We are in a very busy market, and there's no set that the market is going to be changing anytime soon. So just like getting your mortgage pre-approval, we need to know what area of town you want to live in first, so that we can really make sure that we're honing in, because the properties are moving so quickly that we want to make sure that we are ready to go. Know the community, know your budget, know what you're looking for, and then we can start shopping. And like I said in another video, we could be using that 70-20-10 rule when we are looking for properties. 70% of the property you like, 20% of the property you can alter or change, and 10% of the property you can live with. Once we start and know what community you're going to be in, we have your pre-approval, we can start looking for houses. Like I stated in that last video, 70-20-10. So thank you for listening, and I hope that this video was of use, and that choosing the right neighborhood is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make when moving to Edmonton. And I hope by listening to this, it doesn't feel as overwhelming as when you started watching. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found today's insights helpful. And if you're interested in learning more, if you're ready to take the next steps in your real estate journey, we at Masterful Moves Realty Group would love to connect with you. If it's 4 days, 4 months, or 4 years, it's never too early to connect. Just visit our website at Masterful Moves Realty Group, and we would love to help you out. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might find useful, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be sharing more valuable content and answering your questions in upcoming videos. If you have any ideas, just drop them in the comments, and we would love to tailor content to what you're most interested in. And if you've made the move to Edmonton, let us know how the transition went, and if you love the community that you're in, or if there was different things that you would have liked to look out for. So I hope that you are having a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.